excited for our raspy voices to join in this.
I like that.
Yeah, have you
Big
always
smoker,
had?
are you?
No, I've always had it. I actually went to the doctor and figured I have nodes.
You had nodes.
Have you ever gotten it checked out?
I have. I've gotten it checked out.
And
no.
have they said it?
No, I don't have nodes. I told them mine was unfortunately clipped by a surgical tube.
Oh, there you go. I guess they're just
But
naturally
I've always been
born.
raspy. I think I've been raspy before that, wasn't I? Open? I've always been raspy.
Not like this. You're a little more so now. But yes, you've always been raspy.
Good. It adds character, right? All right. Well, I'm here to kind of talk about your past, and we've all
Good
been
past or
told
bad past?
the good past. Well, we've all been told that you're the man that knows everyone, that everyone loves. But I just wanted to dive in your past and ask: were you kind of that kid on the playground that everyone automatically gravitated to, or did it grow through experience and kind of whatever you've done in your past?
It's a good question because I always say that I'm the same person. I'm using the same jokes I used like in 5th grade, and I really am. It hasn't changed. I'm the same guy, and I just have nicer things now
Exactly.
than back then. But yeah, exact same big personality on the playground. Good way to put it.
Would you say you kind of had someone to look up to that really emulated what you wanted to be like, or it just happened?
Broadcasting wise, no. No, not at all. I actually didn't get along with the rest of the media at all. I didn't take the same road they didn't have the same route. They wanted to put their rules on me, what they thought makes a good professional, what they think makes a journalist, what they think is right and wrong, and I never agreed with any of it. And I always looked at who are you guys to set these rules? And that's a long litany of complaints I have with how the true professionals or journalists do it, and people talk about objectivity. So no, like I said, I've always kind of I'm a big God guy, and I'm always I'd go home at night or wake up in the morning and I'd talk about everything with God, work, everything, and I'm Jewish, and it's like going to therapy talking to God. From what could be more Jewish than saving $200 an hour?
Exactly. So through the kind of, like you were saying, negative atmosphere you were surrounded by, how did you gain trust, kind of like Laura Ockman does with everyone she interviews with, that no one can get that interview? How did you really gain that trust? That's hard.
I went in that Giant locker room. It was the first job I had. Went in the Giants locker room, and I said, what's going to differentiate myself between me and everybody else in here? Me and every other reporter in here. And I really drew a battle line right off the bat. Me versus all of them. And these are all award-winning journalists and big-time, big figures in New York and long-time columnists, but I still said the only way I'm going to move up is if it's me versus them, and I'm different than all of them. So what I did was I started looking around. Most of them are using their pen to get back at players. I must look at them that the animosity toward these players.
Yeah.
And other people in the organization. I wasn't going to be like that. I was just going to be true. If I liked the guy, I liked the guy. If I didn't like the guy, I didn't like the guy. They both know it one way or the other. I had a rougher upbringing, or just not. My parents brought me up well. I had rougher as far as the decisions I made. So I was able to connect with these players better than the other journalists. And the other big thing was they were lazy, and I knew I could outwork them that way. They have a pack mentality there, and that's why if you're ever in New York and there's 5 newspapers there, they'll all have the same story about the same guy each day, and they all have this pack mentality. So they'll have 30 reporters at one person. They'll all be talking to Odell Beckham that day, or Justin Pugh that day, or Eli, whatever it is. Everybody does the same story, and they're all there. So I'd see 25 reporters around this one player, and I'd have 52 other players just for me.
There you go.
And I'd walk around to them and cultivate all those relationships while all those guys, and I go, well, hell, I know I'm never going to get beaten on anything because the whole pack talking to those guys. So then I'll go get information from everybody else, and that's how you beat everybody on stories.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much. Teach all of us youngsters how to be unique like you.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, you're